Mr. President, I don't want to spend all the time refuting all the misrepresentations from the senator from Michigan in terms of what phantom provisions he claims are in my bill. There's no slush fund. It is completely silent on presidential authority. I know some people want to reduce authority, but that's a bill that won't be signed. If you want to pay the federal workers, if you want to stop punishing them for our dysfunction, if you want to stop using them as pawns in this political game, that's a demand you have to drop. The money appropriated in this bill will go to pay workers. That also is a false argument. But if you're not quite satisfied with the language, it's been out there and we've been trying to work and get feedback for 2 weeks, and we've gotten excellent feedback from leadership, from discussions on both sides of the aisle, from OMB, trying to perfect this thing. The solution is get on the bill. Get on the bill and offer amendment. Keep talking to us. Don't close it down. Now, we heard from a number of our Republican colleagues. We heard from Senator from Michigan. Yeah, obviously, passions are running high. There's a great deal of frustration, certainly on our side, when the other side simply won't take yes for an answer. But I came down here 2 weeks ago in as nonpartisan stance as I possibly could be. Because as Senator from Michigan stated, we all agree that these people ought to be paid. So the way to do that is not offer a bill on unanimous consent that has no chance of being signed into law. The way to do that is to vote to proceed tonight to this bill. If we could iron out differences, we could yield back time and get this thing passed. The Speaker of the House said he'll already come back and pass this. So we are so close. I realize they're going to be hard partisans. I know they're, liberal unions that have now come out against this, but the bulk of the public sector unions are for it. They prefer my bill over anything else that they may also support it because this is permanent. This ends using federal workforce and, quite honestly, the American public as pawns in these partisan games for all time. Again, the American Federation of Government Employees, the Federal Managers Association, the Federal Law Enforcement Officers Association, National Air Traffic Controller Association. And again, I hope our Democrat colleagues listen to Senator Cruz's chilling and sobering remarks just a few minutes ago, the International Association of Firefighters and the Association of Flight Attendants. This bill has support because it makes so much sense. It is fair. So we had 3 Democrats join us 2 weeks ago. There are 2 other Democrats who have voted for the House CR. That brings us up to a total of 58. Now, they vote against this because we didn't have furloughed workers. We've added furloughed workers. So hopefully those 2 will join us. I have talked to enough Democrat senators trying to get their input, trying to get this passed. I know there are Democrat senators that want to vote for this bill, that can vote for this bill. So, putting all partisanship aside, again, I want to appeal to your better angels. Search your conscience. Sign on to a bill. Vote for a bill that ends using federal workers, the American public, as pawns. The senator from Maryland said last week, let's not punish federal workers for our dysfunction. But I think my closing argument has to be to go back to what the senator from Texas was talking about air traffic control in that situation. 500 safety issues reported recently in our skies. Search your conscience. Can you imagine? I mean, honestly, think about it. Imagine what the one Democrat staffer said, that we're going to cling to this until planes fall out of the sky. Think about how you would feel if, God forbid, a plane, another plane, fell out of the sky and people died. How could you live with yourself? Now, again, you can continue the shutdown. I mean, that's your political choice. You can continue to vote against the very reasonable House continuing resolution. But you can still vote to pay federal workers. You can vote to make sure that air traffic controllers get back to their stations and keep our skies as safe as possible. You can vote to dramatically reduce the chance that a plane will fall out of the sky. We just need 2 more of you. Two more of our colleagues on the other side of the aisle who are working with, quite honestly, folks on this side trying to end the shutdown. Just 2 of those that I spoke to that I thought would vote for this. I'm begging you, 2 more. Let's get on this bill. Let's pay federal workers. Let's make our nation safer. Let's do the fair thing. Let's do the right thing. Let's vote to proceed to this bill and get it passed. With that, Mr. President, I yield the floor.